Chairman, thank you, number one, for yielding me the time to speak in support of this bill named after this act named after our friend Frank Lobiando. But thank you all also for your time as chairman of full committee. As representative of Florida, the state with the second largest coastline in the country, I do have a profound respect for the men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard, and as a veteran as well. It has been an honor to work on such a bipartisan committee who likewise has been filled with members who support the Coast Guard across a diverse set of evolving mission sets. Every hour of every day, the Coast Guard protects America's waterways. They promote a healthy environment. They ensure safety of mariners. They enforce our laws. They keep us safe from piracy. They keep us safe from smugglers. Day in and day out, I've had the opportunity to see some of their work firsthand. Recently, I met with a search and rescue team in Pollocksville, North Carolina, as they work tirelessly on behalf of communities impacted by Hurricane Florence. I see my local coasties in places like Fort Pierce. I see them saving mariners, young and old, those lost at sea. There's no doubt that their selfless heroism and their decisive work saved many lives in the Carolinas, just as it did in Florida's Panhandle after Michael and across the nation wherever disaster befalls us. I'm proud to support this bill, which also authorizes $10.6 billion to strengthen and support the U.S. Coast Guard in its invaluable defense of our waterways and of our homeland. I'm especially glad to see the inclusion of my bill, the Jupiter Island Land Transfer Act. This provision will finally resolve a decades-old conservation issue in my district and transfer 4 critical acres of unused Coast Guard property to the Hobe Sound National Wildlife Refuge to ensure endangered turtles will continue to thrive there. By protecting this land, we are doing our part to help ensure the natural beauty of the Treasure Coast is maintained and continues to drive our economy for many decades to come. I ask my colleagues to join me in supporting the brave, hard-working men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard, their indispensable work by supporting the Frank Lobiando Coast Guard Authorization Act. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.